Welcome to VAR India News Hour. 53% of Indians are receiving ads based on their last private phone conversations. Over 53% of citizens indicated they have seen adverts on the web or app based on their conversations over the phone at least once in the past year. Among those who have had such an experience, 28% said it happened frequently, 19% said it has happened several times, and 6% said it has happened only a few times. Only 24% of people claimed that it never happened, while 23% were undecided. The survey from local circles reveals that 1 in 2 Indians admitted to receiving advertisements based on their private voice talks. The results also indicated that the majority of Indians have given microphone access to their mobile phone for audio or video calls, social media, and audio recording third-party apps. A large number of people have been raising the issue of seeing contextual advertisements post their private phone conversations, and this is very concerning. Such practices must be investigated, and any apps requiring microphone access must be required to give clear declarations of where a user's information will be used and seek explicit consent. Until now, the personal data of India's population of 1.4 billion people has been protected by the IT Act 2000. Although the Act has been amended repeatedly since, there is a consensus in both the public and private sectors that India now needs specific personal data privacy legislations. The Personal Data Protection Bill 2019, which aims to give legislative and statutory protection to users or citizens' personal information, is yet to be approved by the government. The PDP Bill was then introduced in the Parliament on December 11th of 2019 to ensure that personal data belonging to people is protected, and it establishes a data protection authority to do so. The bill governs the processing of personal data by number 1, government, number 2, companies incorporated in India, and number 3, foreign firms dealing with the personal data of Indians. It sets rules for how personal data should be processed and stored, and lists people's rights with respect to their personal information. It also proposes to create an independent Indian regulatory authority called the Data Protection Authority, that is DPA, to carry out the law. It is more than 2 years the Government of India has been silent. It brings an opportunity for the tech and social media companies to collect data openly, to improvise the service, to make better commercialization. The new law is currently being considered by a joint committee in India's Parliament, with the full legislation set to be implemented in the next 2 years. Experts say if this is not done at the earliest, such access could easily lead to financial frauds and people's personal information getting compromised with no accountability of how it happened. Let's look into today's headlines in VAR India. Infinity Learn acquires Wizklub for $10 million. Sri Chaitanya Educational Institutions, which operates the EdTech startup Infinity Learn, has acquired the cognitive development EdTech startup Wizklub for $10 million. With this acquisition, Infinity Learn's foray will be into a new vertical with Infinity Futures, which aims to augment its existing portfolio of Infinity Learn offerings to the K-12 segment by including foundational skills. Wizklub offers research-based education programs designed to develop future skills across comprehensive, critical thinking and mathematical aptitude in kids from the age groups of 6 to 14 years. Nothing to launch its first smartphone soon. OnePlus co-founder Carl Pei announced his own company dubbed Nothing, focusing on wearables and innovative products. However, after acquiring Essential, the company behind the Essential phone, the company will soon launch a smartphone in the form of Nothing Phone 1. It will be a flagship smartphone running the all-new Nothing OS with 3 years of major Android updates granted. The phone will support wireless charging and will have a frame with recycled aluminium. The new Nothing Phone 1 will hit the market on July 21st, and the company is aiming at a price tag of €500. Government to set up India Data Management Office. The Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology will set up an India Data Management Office under the Digital India Corporation for framing, managing, reviewing and revising the National Data Governance Framework Policy. The IDMO will also frame data, dataset and metadata rules in consultation with the respective ministries and state governments. The IDMO will develop and release a comprehensive and evolving set of standards for data storage, retention and management. Russia opens cases against Google and other tech companies for personal data legislation violation. Russia had opened administrative cases against Alphabet Inc.'s Google and 6 other foreign technology companies for allegedly violations of personal data legislation. Russia fined Google 3 million ruble last year and had opened a new case over what it called Google's repeated failure to comply with Russian legislation. The regulator also opened cases against Airbnb, Pinterest, LikeMe, Twit, Apple and United Parcel Services for alleged first-time offences carrying a potential fine of 1 to 6 million ruble. Government forms Inter-ministerial panel to regulate online gaming. The government has set up an inter-ministerial panel to work on regulations for the online gaming industry and identify a nodal ministry to look after the sector. The panel will look into various aspects to promote online gaming and frame regulatory mechanisms for the segment, protection of gamers, ease of doing business, among others. The 7-member panel includes Government think tank Niti Aayog CEO as well as Secretaries of Home Affairs, Revenue, Industries and Internal Trade, Electronics and IT, Information and Broadcasting and Sports. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to VAR India News magazine. You can download the VAR India app from Google Play Store and Apple App Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.